I'm CP101, and this is our first video working on the Batplane II. That was featured in the comic book spec when I was just a youngin'. I think this is going to be fun. You saw in the last video on this, we already have our paint mixed up, so we're good there. You also saw in the last video that this is going to be a buddy build with Kenny May over at Moonwalker Models. Both of us are big Batman fans, and both of us have been wanting to do this, and so we just decided to do it as a buddy build kind of thing. And we're just going to have fun, you know, simple as that. But anyway, the first thing I wanted to do was tape this thing all together to get some weight on it, so I knew where to drill my hole for the Polar Lights dome base. And we're back. We got step number 1 done. We got the hole drilled into the bottom. If you want to know what size drill bit I used, it was 3/16. And the collar's just sitting in there. It's not glued in. I'm not going to glue it in until after I paint and get ready to put it on the stand. Alright, we're back, and we've got the stabilizers finished up. We got the bat scallops on them, and they came out pretty good. What I used was a dime as a jig, and there it is right there. And I put a piece of tape across it, right where I wanted the depth of the scallop to be. And I just took the stabilizer and put it right underneath the dime, and then drew, outlined the edge of the dime, moved it over, outlined the edge of the dime, moved it over, and outlined the edge of the dime. And then when I got done with it, I had my scallop pattern that was nice and even. And I did that for each stabilizer, and then I took the Dremel motor with my router bit and carefully routered out the plastic. And I took some 600 sandpaper and kind of went over it to kind of smooth any roughness out of the edges from me using the router bit, and came out with that. Okay, we're back, and we've got the rudder scalloped, and that's a new rudder. We cut out the old one and replaced it with a new one, and yeah, I think it looks pretty good. It looks like the comic book. In fact, here is a picture of the comic book Batplane, and yeah, I think we got the back end looking pretty good. I think in my intro I talked about that there were other Batplanes in the comic book, and one of them was a Phantom F4. I couldn't think of the other one that they used. I think it was before this one, and that was the Panther jet that they gave Batman in the comic book. And I think it was the Panther, and then the Voodoo, and then the F4. But yeah, I think we're slowly getting it converted over to Batman's airplane. Alright, we're going to start working on the landing gear, the doors. This kit, you can only build it one way, and that's with the landing gear down. So being that we're doing this in flight mode, we need to close all those doors up, and the doors are molded as one piece, so I have to cut them all apart and then glue them back into the opening to have them shut. And then also there's an area here on the wings for the flaps, because the flaps are extended all the way down, and I don't want mine all the way up. So I have to remove, I removed it off of this side already, but I have to remove all this to have my flaps in the up position and not down position. So that's another step I have to do. Yep, this is, which one do I need? I need, yep, I need the other one. This is the one I need. So yeah, we got to do that, and then we can just glue this flap all the way up, and then that'll be taken care of. We'll take my Dremel router bit. I'll probably run some masking tape as a guide and kind of router out a little groove here. so the wires for the SMD can sit down in there. And the SMDs I get from Jerry, the wires are really, really thin, so I won't have to really hog out, make the channel that deep. And then once we have it in there, then we can just use some 3M a glazing putty and cover it over and sand it, because it's underneath the wing and don't have to be perfect. And if I lose a little bit of this wing detail, it's on the bottom. It's not a big issue in my book. So, but yeah, that will be the next step after I get the landing gear done and the flaps glued in to figure out the lights here on the wing tips. I might go ahead and put a green LED, well, not an LED, an SMD, in the cockpit just to give it a glow. I'm not going to light up the instrument panel, but maybe put one at the very bottom on the floor and have it shining up to give the interior a green glow. So, kind of like it was in the Batwing, where it kind of glowed inside when he was flying in the movie. So, we'll do the same thing. Alright guys, that's it for this update, I think. Till the next one, take care and stay well, and we'll see you then.